A missed deadline, the climate clock keeps ticking. The deadline has passed, and the urgency grows with each passing moment. February 10th, 2025 came and went, leaving behind a trail of unmet promises. The world waited, hoping for a display of unified commitment to combat the escalating climate crisis. But the response was tepid. The task at hand was clear. Submit updated national climate plans known as Nationally Determined Contributions, or NDCs, to chart a path forward. These plans, a cornerstone of the 2015 Paris Agreement, represent each country's pledge to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and combat climate change. They are a beacon of hope, a testament to global cooperation and shared responsibility. However, the day ended with a resounding thud of inaction, echoing the silence of unfulfilled commitments. Major emitters including China, India, and the European Union failed to deliver their updated plans, stalling progress. This collective failure to meet the deadline sends a chilling message. The world is not doing enough to confront the climate emergency, and the consequences are dire. The missed deadline is not merely a procedural hiccup, it is a significant setback. It represents a breach of trust and a setback in the fight against climate change, undermining global efforts. The urgency of the situation cannot be overstated as the planet continues to warm at an alarming rate. The planet is warming at an alarming rate, and the consequences are already being felt across the globe, from melting glaciers to parched lands. Extreme weather events are becoming more frequent and intense, wreaking havoc on communities. Sea levels are rising, threatening coastal communities and displacing millions. Time is of the essence, and the failure to deliver updated NDCs on time is a blow to the collective effort to avert climate catastrophe, a stark reminder of the urgency. The reasons for this delay are multifaceted, a complex web of global crises, political shifts, and economic anxieties, but they cannot be excuses. However, the science is clear. The cost of inaction far outweighs the challenges of immediate action, and the window for meaningful change is closing. The missed deadline serves as a stark reminder that the climate crisis does not adhere to political timetables or economic cycles. It is an ever-present threat. It is a relentless force that demands immediate and unwavering attention, a call to action that cannot be ignored. The world has a choice to make: act now or face the consequences. The future depends on the actions we take today. The 2015 Paris Agreement stands as a landmark achievement in the global fight against climate change, representing a unified global effort. For the first time, nearly every nation on Earth came together to acknowledge the urgency of the climate crisis and commit to taking collective action, recognizing the shared responsibility. At the heart of this agreement lies a simple, yet profound goal: limit global warming to well below 2 degrees Celsius, above pre-industrial levels, preferably to 1.5 degrees Celsius, to mitigate severe impacts. This target is not arbitrary. It is based on years of scientific research and represents the threshold beyond which the impacts of climate change become increasingly catastrophic and irreversible, affecting millions. The Paris Agreement, however, is not just about setting targets. It is about fostering a spirit of cooperation and shared responsibility among nations. Recognizing that climate change is a global challenge that requires a global solution, the agreement established a framework for all countries to contribute to the effort, albeit in different ways tailored to their unique circumstances. This is where the NDCs come in, playing a crucial role in the overall strategy. NDCs are the individual commitments that each country makes to reduce its greenhouse gas emissions, reflecting their specific capabilities. They are tailored to national circumstances and reflect each country's capabilities and aspirations, ensuring a fair approach. The beauty of the Paris Agreement lies in its flexibility. It acknowledges that there is no one-size-fits-all solution to climate change, allowing for diverse strategies. However, it also recognizes that collective action is paramount, emphasizing the need for unity. The agreement mandates that countries update their NDCs every 5 years, each time with increased ambition, reflecting the latest scientific understanding and technological advancements, ensuring progress. This iterative process is crucial to ensure that the world stays on track to meet the Paris Agreement goals, adapting as needed. The missed deadline for updated NDCs casts a shadow of doubt on the future of the Paris Agreement, raising serious concerns. It undermines the spirit of cooperation that underpinned its creation and raises concerns about the commitment of some countries to fully implement its provisions, questioning their dedication. The lack of updated plans makes it difficult to assess global progress and adjust course as needed, hindering effective action. The Paris Agreement, while imperfect, remains the best hope for a livable future, offering a framework for global cooperation. The world cannot afford to let it falter as the stakes are too high for future generations. Understanding the delay in global crises and economic downturns today, the clock is ticking, and the need for urgent action has never been more pressing. Scientists and experts around the world are sounding the alarm. We have a narrow window to make meaningful changes. The choices we make today will determine the future of our planet. It's not just about reducing emissions, it's about transforming our entire way of life. Every small step counts, but we need collective, large-scale efforts to turn the tide. The impacts of climate change are already here, and they're only projected to get worse. Rising sea levels, more frequent and severe weather events, and shifting ecosystems are just the beginning of the changes we are witnessing. Communities are facing unprecedented challenges, from droughts to floods to wildfires affecting millions. The economic costs are staggering, but the human costs are even greater, with families displaced and lives disrupted. Future projections paint a grim picture if we do not act now to mitigate these effects. We must understand these impacts to prepare and adapt effectively for a sustainable future. The global climate landscape is complex and interconnected. Different regions face unique challenges, but we are all in this together. International cooperation is crucial. Countries must work together to share technology, knowledge, and resources. Climate policies and agreements, like the Paris Agreement, are steps in the right direction, but they need to be implemented and enforced. We must recognize the global nature of this crisis and act accordingly. We are in a race against time. Every moment of inaction brings us closer to irreversible damage. But there is hope. Innovation, resilience, and determination can drive us forward. Communities are coming together and individuals are making a difference. It's a monumental task, but not an impossible one. The race is on, and the outcome depends on each and every one of us. Together we can create a sustainable and thriving future.